Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run.
We're going to go ahead and cut your normal schedule programming to let y'all know we about to give you something different, y'all. The Was It Good Though podcast is bringing a panel edition. Y'all already know me. This is Jazz and Jason. We here. Our first ever panel.
Yeah, we're taking it to a panel this time, Jazz. And I think we had since, we did the Black Love in the previous month. This month we kind of giving you historical Black figures, historical Black people, musicians, possibly. But we put together two movies of the 90s that I didn't know people passionately went for. Like, people don't even fuck with other ones because of this.
Yeah. It was kind of like a Crips versus Bloods type of panel. We're being honest. It was kind of crazy.
It really was. It really was. But if you haven't realized, yes, we're talking the Temptations and the Five Heartbeats. And this one, it gets ugly, ladies and gentlemen. It gets ugly, but in a respectful, friendly way. There was no more than friendly fire, but it kind of felt like fire that wasn't friendly.
Yeah, a few people got burned in this, but we definitely were able to get some friends, family to come onto the show and join in on this panel. 3 panelists on each side, debating 2 categories for each pair, and it got kind of wild. I mean, some of the responses was.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And just to give you just to give you little quick tidbits of what you're about to hear, the most tragic death, the best singer, the most quotables, I believe is what it was. The most quotables. Yeah, that's just some of it. Just seeing how one, how you present this topic, but two, how do you debate why yours stands the test of time versus the other one? And yes, we know it's legendary things on both sides of this. There's legendary actors, legendary people in both of these, in both aspects. But yeah, this debate is even more legendary, in my opinion.
No, it is. The fact that you got panelists attacking the judges. Oh my God. It was wild. But it was a good time. We were able to bring connections together. It's going to be good. It's a good one. And we're definitely planning on doing more.
Yeah, no, more panels are coming. But come on over here and come check this one out now.
Yeah. And please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. Y'all know what to do. Cheers.
All right, man. What's good, people? This is the Was It Good Though panel. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
And I am Jazz.
And we have a special presentation today, people. We are about to take 2 of 90s classics, clash them, and we're gonna decide which is the best. We're gonna decide which one, who provided what we needed for the soul, for the heart, for the mind. Which team was together? Jay, how you feeling, Jazz? How you feeling about all this?
I'm nervous, but the energy is where I would love it to be. So I want to say, first off, thanks to all of our guests, and we got a lot. So before we even get to our panel, let's go ahead and introduce DeAndre. Let's start with you, my brother. Please give us an introduction, which team you are rooting for, and, some plugs.
All right. So my name is DeAndre Robinson. I'm the host of Nasty Bitch Podcast, which is a debate podcast with brackets and drafts. I'll just have fun every Tuesday and come on and do a one-on-one bracket whenever you want to. And I'm rocking with the Five Heartbeats. I'm not going to rock with the second best Black miniseries. I'm not going to rock with the second Black miniseries because American Dream, Jackson 5, American Dream is better than Temptations to me. So that would have been a better matchup for me. But we'll get into it.
Okay. That was a good introduction. Next, we have a returning guest, Charnette, aka Rumi. Introduce yourself, add some plugs, and who you rooting for today?
Well, I've been featured a couple of times, but I'm Charnette, aka the Rumi. I am clearly pursuant to my background, rooting for the Temptations, who had the top number ones, the best number ones on the R&B charts of any group all time. So, but we'll get to that. I got my arguments lined up. I don't want to give up too much too soon. I'll shamelessly plug Shea by the Bay. It's that season. If you're in Florida and you need something sweet for the heat, hit us up. We're on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you. And another returning guest, Chris. Welcome.
What's up, y'all? I'm gonna be judging today, so I'm not picking a side.
No. Whoa. Time out. You gotta pick a side. Temptations or no? You're not.
No, I'm listening to what y'all say. I'm gonna be fair.
You gotta be
let him provide that information
by
at
the
the
end.
end.
You picking, my nigga.
I don't want Chris
getting. Well, you said I like Vegeta, so let's just so you
don't
behind
hold
the
that
ball.
against the group.
That's against the
Hey, Chris,
you shouldn't have said that, dog.
Do not hold that against the rest of us.
Just remember, Chris. Just remember.
Forget.
Nah, I'm holding that against you, dog.
I remember growing up, they used to have a little black, the black Dragon Ball
Sir,
Z.
you're not helping. You're not helping.
Chris, it sounds like to me, Chris, one band, one sound. I feel like you should hold them all.
Chris, you hear that I am against him. I am against what he's saying as it relates to you.
Hey, Chris, in the chat, he said he wants Super Saiyan. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's not what he was saying. He said my hairline was trash. That's what he was saying.
In the chat, he said he wants Super Saiyan with your hair.
Man, I ain't trying to hear.
Chris, don't hold that against him. Don't hold that against him.
Please don't hold that against the group, the team. Right. Okay? Him personally, I can't handle nothing.
Listen, it's Black History Month. Y'all are all some cool-ass black people, so I'm going to look past Jason's indiscretions, that little snarky comment. I'm going to look past it. But nah, I fuck with Jason. That was my dog. That's funny as hell. But
he got me on some white shit earlier last night, so I had to get him back.
Oh man, that was light, bro.
All right, gentlemen, we on time. Right.
But y'all can follow me on Twitter at Chris LaFleur. I also write a little bit about sports and movies, sometimes random thoughts about social issues at Crazy Scary Cool, which is on WordPress. So thank y'all for having me.
And thank you for joining. We have a new guest on the pod, Belafonte.
All right, listen, I'm Pete Belafonte, aka Chico Fontaine, aka I'm handsome because my mama said I'm is. All right, and I'm 1/3 of a podcast called The Jaw Jacket Show, where we go on there and we talk about anything and everything. It's a couple of college buddies that went to school together. They hung around long enough. We've been around for 20 years together, so we decided to just chop it up on and put that shit on wax, man. So if y'all get a chance, y'all go follow the show.
Thank you. And we have a returning guest, Sean, my work husband.
Yeah, work husband. Work boo, bae.
All right.
You said that shit smooth as shit too.
All of them. Boo, bae, husband.
Junt. Don't forget Junt. Important, Junt. Never aside, But no, hey, I'm Sean, guys. I have the LLBR podcast, Live Like Be Royal. Right now, I'm trying to turn it into like a YouTube show and just have different shows. I guess make a network, you can say. That's my main focus right now. I'm gonna eventually get back to having throwing my events. Jason, be there. And of course, man, I'm going for a real group that lived in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to say who that is because it's obvious who's the real group.
It's so obvious, Sean. Oh my God. It's so obvious.
All right.
Based on people that actually can really sing.
Oh yeah, this gonna get good. We made sure to provide all the rules and everything prior to this episode, so we can go ahead and get to it.
Hey, I didn't get them rules.
It's okay. Jason, you are fired.
That man said rewatch the movie and said, "Come on, brother."
That's it.
So you gonna tell me I said no. Look.
I said, but look. I told him you debate the question presented, watch the movie. That's it. What else he need to know?
I think it's simple enough. Make your argument.
We about to see. Okay. Well,
I got time.
We are doing 3 rounds, 3 matchups. And the first category is going to be best character. And our first matchup is going to be Jason versus DeAndre. Since DeAndre is our guest, you get to do your argument first. All that I ask, you can do your arguments. Just don't talk on top of each other. The most entertaining answer, of course, will get the best amount of points. Not telling you how to rate Chris, but So DeAndre.
So I get to pick my answer, and then we get to rebuttal because I want to destroy that whatever race he has. All right, so my answer for the best character for the Five Heartbeats,
yeah,
it's Eddie Kane Jr. Eddie Kane Jr. is the best. Just fucking hilarious. All right, I don't need to ask Trey the whole world to ask Trey to Eddie Kane. Listen, I know people want to say that he's based on Dave Ruffin. That's not true at all. I mean, when I'm gonna put that shit off the bat right. That's not true at all. They have similar qualities, yes, but that's true. But Eddie Kane, first of all, he should have died in the beginning. He did not. He slid into the fucking to the show, killed the show, got him a host, got him a manager. Said, listen, pay me, or not my manager no more. Okay, name my manager. Okay, his father didn't like him that much, but he still. Eddie King Jr. was literally the one of the best characters of this movie, period.
Ever.
Ooh.
Okay. Jason.
Okay. We're gonna keep this simple, man. So I was really digging on this, thinking on this, because I had a person in mind. But then I got in the shower, got cleaned up a little bit, and I had to go against it. So today, in the world of today, you got Jonathan Majors. They was trying to put him in different places on everything. They was trying to give it to. You got the late legendary Chadwick Boseman, who also you see him in everything as everybody. But of course, if we go into the 90s, of course we got to go with my guy Leon, who held it down, is David Ruffin. They had him. He wasn't even prepared for this role. They had to give him some bullshit, the Five Heartbeats, to even get him to where he is to be David Ruffin. David Ruffin, there is no Temptations without David Ruffin. David Ruffin told the Temptations when they came back, you niggas gonna be begging for another brother like me. And the Temptations were never the same after David Ruffin left. We seen the fall. The 3rd of September came. But before that, David Ruffin was that dude. Therefore, David Ruffin is the best and the only answer as the best character. Period.
Andre, did you want to add anything? Or?
Oh yeah. First of all, David Ruffin is Leon literally based most of his shit off of Eddie King.
Please.
Leon. There's and I will give a link to the article. Leon based most of his acting off of Eddie King. So how can he be the best when he took this shit from Eddie King?
How can he be the best when he took the shit from Eddie King? Because Eddie King was taken. It's like the watered, dumbed down version that they give you of what David Ruffin really was and what David Ruffin really is. That's the reason why. The nights like this, raindrops on what the fuck is that, man? What the fuck is that? No. David Ruffin, there's only one. There's only one David Ruffin, brother. And David Ruffin is that guy. It's not Eddie King. It's never gonna be. He ain't gonna be shit just like his daddy. He ain't gonna ever be shit.
So you done? So make sure you want to finish. First of all, the one thing Eddie King did was he was high, he tried to rob a bank and got shot. I mean, that Eddie King did. Eddie King has that. All right, David got high multiple times, missed shows, and then was a woman beater as well. Beat the shit out of his girl.
Okay, so I can't.
Allegedly.
I don't.
Nothing is alleged.
So I can't speak. I can't speak for the beating. I can't speak for the beating. But I'm gonna tell you this. David Ruffin. I'm gonna tell you how cold David Ruffin was. David Ruffin hit a line. He came to the show in the middle of a fucking show, took the mic from the lead singer, and rocked the show. Eddie King can't do that. Eddie Kane can't even get to the stage from where he at.
He rocked the show, then ran. He rocked the show, put the mic down, just went. And then run him in. He ran. He knew he was going to get his ass whooped.
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. We heard some good arguments. Chris, from the two arguments from the two sides of the two movies. Now I just want to go ahead and give you a quick update. You are judging alone. Since we're missing our other person, I have to get into that spot to debate Charnette. So it's on you, my brother. You are carrying the weight. So,
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
No. Well, I'm going to say it's on you to go ahead and cast your vote.
All right, DeAndre, you do make a good point about Eddie Kane being first. That's a great point. However, first does not always mean better. I do think that people can be succeeded, but that is a strong point. You give a good argument. I got to go with Jason. David stealing the mic. That's an iconic Black moment. Not even just a Black moment. That's an iconic movie moment. I mean, yeah, that's just a wild moment, man. I love that's one of my favorite scenes.
Okay, so
you can't be debating the judge.
Right.
Now. Wait a minute.
No.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna say that,
go ahead, brother.
It does seem better than the beginning of Fire Heartbeats when he slides to the beginning of the show.
It's smooth, but taking the mic.
If
from someone else who was supposed to be performing, who was getting paid to perform,
what he said,
that was Bobby.
Right.
Bobby was supposed to be the lead singer.
If we going scene for scene, then I'm gonna go a little bit quiet now, a little bit quiet now, a little bit quiet now, a little bit. Hey, yeah, man, come on! When he was singing "Shout" with the team, let's go. When he joined the Temptations, yes,
throw that in the trash.
Throw that in the trash. Sir, stop.
All right. Well,
I took that out. Go ahead.
Thank you. That was a spicy first category. Now
Good
we
first
are
round,
doing,
guys.
Yes. Now we are doing Sean and Belafonte.
Please, let's go.
Sean, you go first. And your category is best villain and why.
Oh, the best villain is easy in the Temptations. Otis fucking Williams.
Otis?
Otis is the best villain, bro. I got all the stuff on you. Otis.
Such a good choice.
What are we talking about? Otis. First of all, his whole story is coming from his point of view. And how he look like Superman, he get it right every other way, but everybody else just fucked up. Come on now, that's one. So the actual Otis is fucked up. How he's the only surviving Otis, the only surviving Temptation. Second of all, I'm just getting started. You had Big Al. He said Temptations Forever with him, cut him. He said Temptations Forever with David, cut him. Temptations with Paul, got rid of him, but Paul got rid of himself. It didn't even show up to the funeral. It didn't even show up to the funeral.
That was crazy.
Didn't show up to the funeral. You know what I'm saying? He had Blue so shook that Blue couldn't accept it. He had arthritis.
Bang.
I'm just saying, brother, we not done. The nigga was always on the road, so the nigga couldn't be no daddy. He was being the typical nigga, cheated on the road on his wife, then try to fuck on her like a typical nigga try to get back with his baby mama. And she left him. She got tired of him. The nigga didn't listen to his daddy. His daddy said, "Man, cut your hair." He was like, "Nah, I'm a singer now." Like, nigga, excuse me? Pardon me, my boy? How you in my house gonna tell me what you're doing eating my food, brother? Come on, you 17, you still in high school, brother. Like you talking like you an adult. Like, nigga, you can't go to the army yet, brother. So you gotta go with that. So then the man signed a one bad contract. He shook her hand real quick. Bad contract right there. Bad leadership. He didn't want Paul and Eddie to be in the group. He was a hater because they had better moves than him, because then, his girl was looking at him funny. Hey, you know what I'm saying? He was a hater. Then I got so much to go. I mean, brother, I'll let you go. I will save something to come back for you, because you know what I'm saying? Because I got plenty more on Otis Williams, why he's a trash, but he's great villain. I'm talking about Thanos, my boy.
That's fine. That's fine. Can I go now? Is it my turn?
You can go.
All right. First of all, Jesus, there's a lot going on. First of all, let me just say this: you can't be the villain if you made the band. All right. Everything was. Well, wait a minute now. No, well, it wasn't that. He made the band. So listen, Otis Otis can't. The only reason why you think Otis is bad because Otis is being transparent. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. Like, you don't know everybody else's demons, so you blame Otis. And I'm not okay with it. I feel like we know who the real villain was. But let me get into my villain. Okay, my villain, and I think it's clear and present. I don't think anybody has any questions about it. Is Red. All right. Now we all know Red came in there. You know what I'm saying? And Red came in there excited and hyped, and you thought Red was a good guy. You thought he was just a good old country boy out here just trying to do the right thing by these boys. You know what I'm saying? But we all knew in our heart of hearts, we knew Jimmy was the right guy for these guys. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy was the man who needed to be their leader. But Red had done got the Eddie Kane. Red done convinced Eddie, because Eddie had them. Eddie had that substance abuse problem. So what ended up happening was Red he done convinced Eddie to go ahead and join his team, and Eddie done told him that, hey man, let's make it happen so I can join your team. And he killed Jimmy. Red killed Jimmy.
It's a car accident.
Red, right? Boy, you better not. Don't do that shit. Red killed Jimmy.
He walked in front of that truck, bro.
Because for real life, he had time to get out the way, but that's not my argument. It's not my turn.
Hey, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Red killed Jimmy, and it's the quick. I thought at this point, the fact that Red killed Jimmy, I thought he was the Romans. Jimmy might as well have been Jesus. So at that point in time, let me tell you something else now. Because Red, Red, Bird wanted to talk to Red. You know what I'm saying? You thinking Red a cool dude. Bird trying to talk to Red about his royalties and stuff. Bird want to talk to Red off company hours. You know what I'm saying? Now all Red had to do was like, hey, my boy, listen, I got something to do. I'm busy. I understand your frustrations. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to you later. But what Red proceeded to do, because Red had a hot temper and Red didn't know how to do business the right way, Red proceeded to hang Bird over the balcony.
He smacked him down the hall. He smacked the shit. He went down the hall.
This ain't the alley-oop. Ain't no alley-oop. Ain't no alley-oop. Ain't no alley-oop going on.
I don't need no alley-oop because he slapped sparks out his mouth. I swear I saw some kind of lightning. But listen, he fired him. He hung him over there, and then he did the point because he definitely insinuated that I'm gonna kill you if you don't tell me what my business hours are. You know what I'm saying? Red was easily, like it wasn't nothing that. See, right now you have to make an argument to hate Otis. Red was easily the easiest villain to hate in the 5 Heartbeats, right? Because it was clear. You know what I'm saying? There was no confusion, and you can't argue the fact that he was a better villain than Otis. Come on now. Go ahead, young fella. Go ahead, young fella.
So first of all, he told Bird my office. He repeated himself repeatedly. My office hours between 9 to 5. Bird didn't understand. Sometimes you have to discipline your kids. Bruh got killed because he didn't look both ways. He didn't follow simple road rules. You look both ways before you go into the street. So back to Otis. If Otis was such a great guy, why all the lead singers decided to make their own group? Make their own Temptations.
Because they had a problem following. They had a problem with following it.
You say he was transparent. So was Frank Mitchell. We know how trash a father he was. Come on,
listen, I'm not here to talk about Frank.
Transparency is not always a good thing because I'm not done, brother. Because if you were such a great leader, why didn't you not try to get Al or Paul into rehab?
Can I respond to that?
Al was underage drinking, brother. You should have told his daddy.
Can I respond to that?
Come on.
Look, let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. And the reason why he didn't get Al and Paul to stop drinking is the reason why your homeboys are still out here cheating on their old ladies. What we do is we tell them that it's not our business. Okay? That's man. If we be honest,
people like that.
Well, which is cool, but that's a grown man. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? He had a point where he able to make the decisions to determine his life. That he has all the tools that he needs to be successful. Right. Okay, he had the tools to be able to be in the band. He knew what came with it. So at that point, brother, all I could do is give you some advice, but I can't tell you what to do because you grown. You making your own money now.
Or he was a trash individual, so it was easy for him to accept those for their flaws as well. I feel that.
No.
I feel that too.
Because wait, real quick.
Then he was fine for 50 Cent. And I got one last point.
Everybody get one last point.
Please,
My last point. because he cut David Ruffin like David Ruffin and cut on his water.
Mm-hmm.
David Ruffin, okay, cool. He missed some meetings. That's what you got a manager for. Manager to go to the meeting for me. Cool. But guess what? When he popped that Coco banner, he ain't miss a step. He walked on in and got in and just said, just right. Started singing. His notes weren't flat. He didn't sound like Alicia Keys at the Super Bowl.
All right.
Can I get my last point?
Yep, get your point.
What Paul and David should have did was look both ways, and they'd have seen that cut coming.
Ooh. All right, Chris, what is your vote?
Oh man, Sean, you make a good case. I mean, everybody in the Temptations. I mean, their lives did kind of at some point went to shit. And Otis, he seemed to be like the linchpin. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Belafonte, bro.
You wildin'.
I apologize, but Sean make a good
You
argument.
wildin'.
Okay.
Come on, Rumi, make this a sweep, man. Come on, Rumi,
Forget
sweep now.
Forget about that pain tip I was
A
talking
sweep
about.
now.
I need to say this too. This is an unfair bet. I'm still going. This is unfair bet because one is a actual biopic of somebody's actual lives, and people know the backstory of the shit. we don't know the backstory of the fucking fire.
Because there isn't one. You're making
maybe
a point
your characters are
yourself.
not good, brother.
No. Sean said some shit that was backstory shit. That wasn't in the biopic.
To be fair, everything,
was in the movie. Yeah.
every point used is just from the movie. Every point Sean used is only from the movie. He
Wait,
didn't use
no,
any
wait.
biopic.
Sean said he was a deadbeat dad.
His son,
The
son, and he died, and the son died.
No. That was in the movie, but that was in the biopic because it was technically not a movie. Because I'm gonna say that now, it's technically not a movie. It was in the biopic. However, Sean said that it never said that Buddy was underage drinking. We didn't know how old he was.
That was all in high school.
No. When in the role he started drinking, he was.
It was like 6
No,
months. It was like
It was
Al.
the guy from Set It Off that got killed. It was 6 months.
They
It
was
was in high school,
underage.
and it was like
Yeah,
6
they
months
were
after
underage.
that.
We don't know.
They
We don't know that. It didn't say that in the biopic. It never said that in the biopic, and it never said that in the biopic. It's only assumed.
It's assumed.
My bad for
that's the
doing
point.
math, man.
Wait. Okay, so
My bad for knowing pre-med.
before I kick this to the women, you went over that point when your mans didn't even bring up the point that Red told Dresser that Dresser got his girl pregnant. He came to him for help, and he told them he got that man an abortion doctor number.
Just saying, man.
Hey, that's good. That's good management.
All you can say is I went Johnny Cochran.
That's not a bad thing. That's good management.
So somehow I'm not going out. I mean, you heard Big Sean already, so this is all right. I actually do agree with Sean that Otis is the worst person.
Yeah, Otis is trash, y'all. Yeah, Otis was big trash.
All right. Let's bring it in, y'all. Let's bring it in.
I think we got Jazz and Charnette.
Yes.
About to come up. So Jazz
sweep
will
it,
be
man. Go on, sweep them up.
Jazz will be on the side of the 5 heartbeats.
Yep. I'm like, for real? Yes.
Yeah, the 5 heartbeats, sister.
That's where I'm at. Rumi, you can go first.
Okay.
What's the question?
Yeah, what's the
topic? The question. Come on, Jazz.
Oh, shit. I thought you had it. But it's best musical performance. That's the category.
Okay. Well, even though there were so many to choose from in the Temptations movie, I mean, several have already been mentioned. I'm going to go with the iconic, pictured here, when David Ruffin, who has been fired, he's been fired, slides in, he in the back, he in the cut, watching this performance, and he said, this man cannot do it like me. So let me strategically slide across this stage, snatch the mic clean out his hand, not out of the microphone stand, out of the man's hand, and sing these people down to the point they were screaming, David, David. It's iconic. It's the best performance of the movie because at the end, he telling them, y'all not nothing without me. Y'all just a bunch of fake temps looking for David Ruffin. So that's clearly the best performance of all the movies, if you put them together. Go ahead.
Jazz, can I add to that?
No.
No.
You on my team.
No, he can't add to it.
You can't add, unfortunately.
No.
No sidebars, no assistance.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I am going to say the best musical performance in the 5 Heartbeats was when the group decided to use an embarrassing moment and turn it into something they could use while they're out on the road. So they were like, you know what, we can do something with that. When you had Duck and JT stripping each other down, fighting, because JT keeps taking his clothes. So they just unleashed while on the stage, rolling while the guys kept performing. Because that's professional. 5 Heartbeats, a professional group, give the audience what they want. So they said, we're going to use this in our next show. And they stripped down and they looked good when they did, but everybody did it. And the crowd went wild. The girls threw their panties or granny draws, whatever was popping.
Whatever was available.
They threw it at them. And it got them young men some extra hoes. That performance right there. So I would say that was the best performance if you put the movies together.
Charnette, your retort?
I'll retort. So if we're talking about professionalism and rolling with the punches, all of the other Temptations saw David come, snatch him out, and nobody stopped. Everybody was still in sync because it just flowed. It made sense. And everybody looked at each other like, okay, well, he doing what he need to do. Not a flat beat. He was on point like he had been at every single meeting and performance and practice. He killed it. And that was it. And everybody was wishing he would come back. They were screaming encore. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Temps got it.
Jazz, your last retort.
But then the 5 Heartbeats, even though the brothers had a spat, it didn't embarrass the other gentlemen because they was able to turn that L into a W, that lesson into a win, that argument into success. That's what the 5 Heartbeats did. And they smiled at the end. You said what? Actually, you can't say nothing. But yes. That is my last point.
He fell out of the screen.
Chris, my brother, who are you riding with this one?
Jazz, I'm sorry, I gotta go with Rumi. I mean,
Don't
this is like
apologize.
when I mean, this is honestly, it's not fair because this is one of the best moments in movie history. So it
really is.
It is, Jazz. A house is not a home was fucking right there.
I thought that's what she was gonna do because that was gonna be harder for me to. There. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be harder for me to fight against.
But I'm gonna be honest.
She passed out. Sis passed out.
Yeah, you should.
Y'all do realize I just found out 15 minutes ago I was going to be here. So let me throw that out there for y'all. There was no prep time.
No, baby. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because we are adaptable. We adjust on our feet because
she made her argument.
I had to go.
I was bleeding around. So you know what? Fuck all of y'all. Like I'm doing a lot right now.
I was with you. I just really thought you were gonna go with it.
He was talking shit.
I didn't say nothing.
No, he was on your side. He was about to root. Because I thought you were gonna go with that one or the other one where they competing, where the brother that was playing Leon was competing with Flash. Thank you. And the lady was and her husband left her that day. They got a divorce that day. That man filed for divorce immediately. I thought you was gonna do one of those two, but
if I would have had more,
I'll take my win.
15 minutes. But
a preparation.
Yeah, but that was it. Do, but that was round one.
That was round one. Right now,
it's just one round. Oh
no! That's one. It's 3 rounds. But the one as we go right now, it's a 3-0 sweep. We're heading in to round 2. Since I went, I think DeAndre went first, so I'll go first this time. And this one is the tragic death. Or the most tragic death, right?
Man,
yes, most tragic death.
Let's see where this one goes.
Don't you do it. If you pick one, you're gonna lose this one.
So for me, man, it's so many beautiful black deaths in this movie. Now that's kind of wild to say out loud.
All of them were
Black History Month.
What are we saying right now? I'm like, every death in this movie was tragic.
It is. So the one I'm gonna ride with, man, was because I picked David as my favorite character. I'm flipping and I'm going with Paul as the most tragic death.
Interesting.
Paul story was beautiful from seeing him when he went to the stage. He was the dancer and he was the singer. He was the lead singer. That's how it originally started. As far as when it comes to picking a name, I don't think to me, one of the best performances also came from Paul when he was crying, when he was singing, when he sung For Once in My Life, but he flipped it and made it sound a lot darker when he did that. Him being able to sing something about when people are singing and their voices are cracking, like you hear the real tone of it. Because he delivered that himself as far as when it comes to it. So just seeing him go from not being a drinker to alcoholism, him trying to make his way back into the group, like that was heartbreaking. To Otis going to having that last conversation with him, to hearing that rendition of Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and unfortunately, Paul taking his life. I think that was the most tragic part of the movie, and it definitely hit hard, even just going back over it. So, yeah, I think that's the most tragic death in the movie for me.
All right, this is fucked up because one, this is happens to a real person, so I can't say anything bad about it because I'm still like an asshole. I'm not going. He knew that. He knew that for a fact. He knew that for a fact. If I say anything bad about that fucking death, I'll like a whole dick. So what I'm going to say, first things first, is actually I'm glad you didn't pick blue. If you picked blue, I was going to destroy that shit the whole time. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. So, however, though, the most tragic death in the Five Heartbeats is probably legitimate, and I think about the only death in the Five Heartbeats, and that is Jimmy. Jimmy rolled for the Five Heartbeats. They came in second place in that first battle, and they shouldn't have because they was better than Flash. They're better than Eddie's girl. They was better all of them, and they came in second place. And they should have won. So Jimmy said, "Oh, I see you. I'm gonna be a father figure. I'm gonna bring you my partner to help you dance better. I'm gonna take you on the road. I'm gonna take you to a lot of shows. I'm gonna give you just money." And then he wrote. He even in his death, yes, he got killed. Yes, Red killed his ass. He killed him. Look what was not. He still killed his ass. Red still killed his ass. And even when in that meeting, he rolled for them. I would tell the cops on this. I was snitching that before. I'm not a bird. You're not gonna flip me over the fucking downstairs. I'm gonna ride. What hurt more about Jimmy Duffy? He was a rider, a father figure, and he still died in front of his wife.
Yeah,
in front of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Blood all over the car.
Now you just see you reaching for the win. Now you being
because she was able to run from the top of that penthouse all the way to the bottom before that damn bus got there. He should have saw that bus coming.
She was down there, and the reason why you didn't see the blood is because the car was red.
No,
it was on the.
He spit out.
He spit out blood on the windshield.
Mm-hmm. But it was no car. So it was, I think, a trash truck. It was a
trash truck.
It was a trash truck. All right. The hardest death, because probably the only really death I remember on Five Heartbeats is Jimmy.
Yeah. So
that's how you know the story was trash. None of them died.
When in reality, they was all falling off the plane. Like
everybody was. Somebody gonna be fucked up.
Somebody was gone.
So
they were just a lot stronger than the Temptations. That's all that was.
Sir, please.
I like it.
Please.
Now, Chris, what's up? Who won?
This is tough because we're comparing someone who really died to a fictional character, so it's tough.
But you're just going off the movie.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, focus on the movie.
Right.
Hey,
just make it about the movie.
Yeah.
It's this is under protest, by the way.
You know what? I'm gonna go with. I was gonna go with Jason, but DeAndre, you bring it up that he died in front of his wife. That's actually what's gonna give me the edge. That makes it a little bit sadder, and then the blood splattering. That's what's gonna do, because that is pretty that's pretty sad. So DeAndre, I'm gonna give it to you. But Jason, you made a great him. You did make a great argument, but dying in front of the wife, that's
I get it. You give him a pity party.
No,
Jason, why you didn't Jason?
You should have picked David. You should have picked David. Nobody even know what happened, and then he was slung out in front of the hospital. They just rolled his out of the
So
car.
We know
Nobody
we
even
know what
rolled
happened.
So
We know what
I'm
happened.
from Philly. I'm
Jason.
from Philly, and you don't want to be slunk out to that in front of the hospital. That
because
hospital
they
is the
just
worst
gonna leave you
hospital.
there.
That hospital is the worst hospital in Philadelphia.
Jason, you should have brought up how he kissed his wife and his kids goodbye. You should have brought up how he was screaming Temptation Forever.
That was
That
was gonna be my retort.
And
Jason,
honestly,
Pull
I would have
on
went
the heartstrings, Jason.
exactly. I would have went with Blue because he wasted a whole pan of food.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
Big fact.
yeah,
Big fact.
yeah. That's true.
All that chicken was gone. Was it ribs or
Nah,
chicken?
short ribs.
Both.
Short
But
ribs.
Jason, you know for a fact that he said that it was what did you say, magical when he started singing. You know for a fact that he was drunk. He couldn't sing for shit.
It sounded good. It kind of it reminded me.
It sounded good. It sounded good in person.
That's Super Bowl.
And to be clear, he and Korn both sang all of their own parts in that movie, just in case nobody knew. They was doing all their own singing. Just making a point.
Korn was trash too.
All right. Up, everybody. We gotta go to our next category.
He trying it.
Next category. We have Sean and Belafonte. Since Sean went first last, Belafonte, you go first.
One last.
And see, the category is iconic scene.
Most iconic scene, and I feel like this should be hands down. It shouldn't really be, and we're not basing it off of real life, fake life, whatever the case may be. Most iconic scene is when they went to the segment when they went to correct shit. I'm forgetting, but either way, when Buddy was playing Duck's song wrong, right? Now we sitting here watching, and he's making a mess of it, right? He's sitting there playing it because you know what? Bird got it sold up. You know what I'm saying? Bird don't want another song his song. That's Bird cousin up there playing the little piano. And he's messing up the song, right? And they trying to be professional because these are professional singers. They trying to be professional. They singing a song, but Duck is like, nah, he's messing up my song. He's messing it up, right? And you felt for Duck at that time because you understood the kind of effort that he put into it because he was sitting there. Remember, he was singing with his sister in a bunk bed in their house in a room where they probably was all sharing the same room. It was probably a 2-bedroom house, right? Or a 2-bedroom apartment that 4 brothers, grown ass men sharing with their little baby sister. Right, so you understand the pain that he had to go through when he was making them songs or whatever. But he was singing the song, they was messing up the song, and Doug said, "You know what? Nah, I'm not going to let this happen." Right, which shows that there was a level of bravery that was inside of Doug. Right, there was a level of confidence that he had in the know that this ain't how this song supposed to be sung. Doug decides to go to the piano. Right now, that's a grown man that Doug just slid out of the way, and Duck ain't but $1.25. Doug proceeded to slide Buddy right out the way, right? With one good stiff arm, one good Heisman pose. Slid little Buddy out the way, right? And decided to take you to town, right? It was giving little Richard before little Richard showed up. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy he was giving when he played that piano, right? And what it did is it galvanized everybody, right? It rose the masses, right? Because by that time, Choir Boy had done ran off stage. You know what I'm saying? You got Eddie Kane out there trying to figure it out because he got his people in his daddy, who told him he wasn't going to be shit, because I ain't shit. His daddy in the stand, ready to sell him out. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, his mama let down because he's like, I got to hear this nigga mouth all night talking about how my son ain't shit. Right? This is what we leading up to till Doug decides to grab the piano, take it upon himself, right? Facing whatever kind of charges that he might have been facing for assault. I don't know what the rules was at the time. But it got to the point where, you know what, Eddie Kane saw that and Eddie Kane decided to switch. Huh? Eddie Kane felt something in his spirit, right? You know, I don't know if y'all go to church, but it was something that just started to rise up in him. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Kane said, you know what? Hey, let's do it like we did it in the tunnel. Come on. I ain't never been to the tunnel, but I know. Something serious. I know.
This man was feeling it in his sha-na-na. Look,
Yeah,
come on.
I ain't never been to the tunnel, but wherever the tunnel at, that's where I'm going because that's what I want to feel like you feel. And Eddie came there and proceeded to sing a song that spoke to your spirit. He sang a song that told you that a house is not a home. Come on now. Listen, he decided to get to a point where he sung this song where there was a young lady in the crowd that belonged to a whole nother man. Huh? And proceeded to sing to her. All it took was a touch, the most delicate touch. And she passed out. Huh? I ain't never seen nobody pass under temptation. And then when Duck playing the piano, it proceeded to give Choir Boy the bravery to come on back out here on the stage, bro. Come on back out here, come sing to these people. And when I tell you, Choir Boy took you from 8 different octaves, huh? From the bottom of the floor to the top of the mountain. And he woke everybody up and made everybody feel alive. Listen, I don't want. I can bust it down to all dimes if you want to, but we're gonna keep it a quarter pound. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand that at the end of the day, that was one of the greatest musical scenes that has ever been written. Right? Temptations could never. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But they did in real life.
Allegedly.
Sean.
Hey, Doc.
Well, I want to say that's the scene you should have chose for the best performance. But we're not talking about performance. We're talking about iconic scenes. And come on, man. I mean, I got a few to choose from. I got to choose from now. You know, you got the jump like Rooney said when he walked in. He was on his player stuff, took the spotlight from him. I could go with that jump. I could go with the jump where they had both groups singing at the same time. That was just some fly shit to see. But I'm gonna go with that.
Jazz,
look at my background.
We good. We got this, Jazz. Let him get to
it. Since I'm being rushed. Since I'm being rushed, then fine.
You're not rushing. Take your time. Take your time, young brother. Take your time, young brother. Come on.
Hey, that's a 5 heartbeat. That's a 5 heartbeats quote about.
So, anywho, before I was rudely interrupted, but the obvious scene, the more iconic scene is when Dave Ruffin told Otis about himself. That man was in there, his new pad. He had just got that Rolls Royce, and he was in there feeling himself, singing to the cocaine on the tape, getting chopped up. He had flipping there, chopping them up, but he even had to cut his own drugs. I could have sworn that y'all favorite little band singer had to make his own drugs happen. Dave Ruffin didn't have to do that. Anywho, he came in, shirt open. You know what I'm saying? Fro looking right. You know what I mean? And so they came in like they was finna man run the show. You had Otis and Otis Jr. because Blue didn't have no balls. So anywho, they talking about how he missing meetings and this, that, and the third. And he was like, well, sometimes everybody don't need that much practice. Allen Iverson, you all talking about practice. When I'm performing like this, you talking about practice. All right, cool. You know what's up. And he told them off rip, who y'all before me? They wasn't nobody till that man decided to jump on that stage, brother. He said, all right, cool. I'm with y'all. But then he knew when, you know what I'm saying, when Smokey gave him that song, My Girl, what happened with that? TV. So he knew his worth and he told to his face, you ain't nobody. Then he would try to say, well, nobody's bigger than the group. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it was cool when it was Otis Williams and somebody else, but now it can't be Dave Ruffin and somebody. You want another thing about Otis? I already won that, though. I ain't gonna go back to that. Anywho, David Ruffin had to look at him like a grown-ass man and looked in his eyes and told that man, ain't nobody came to see Otis because when Otis ever had a solo. And what Blue do? Blue didn't defend him. He didn't do nothing. He tucked his tail and put his head down because he knew he was telling the truth. And then he walked off, and they walked off mad as hell, and he sung to him and said, hey, man, I'm going to be at practice, man. Y'all know I'll be playing. And then what he do? Showed up late to the performance and stole the show because he knew it was David Ruffin and what's their names? Case closed, man. And we know what he uses the meal more. What line get repeated all the time?
All right. Belafonte, do you have a retort?
Let me tell you something. If someone's making the case that Otis and Blue were the bad guys of the movie,
bro, we talking about singing, brother.
In the scene, you decided to make. Sir, can I speak, sir? You decided
not about villains. You lost. You lost about the villain.
You decided to make Otis and Blue the bad guy in this story, which means that there's an agenda that's being pushed here. Okay. Malcolm X said you got to be careful because the people in the newspaper are going to convince you that the good guys are actually the bad guys.
Not Malcolm X in Black History Month.
Come on now, because it's February.
You're trying hard.
And I'm not talking about the Denzel role neither. I'm talking about the action since we like to reference real life situations.
I talk about the movie the whole
All
time.
right.
I talk about the movie the whole
All right,
time.
well,
go ahead, young lady.
We got the retorts. Chris,
What's up?
vote. Who you got?
I mean, David Ruffin telling Otis they ain't come to see you. I mean, that's one of the best lines in movie history. I mean, that's high up there. That's one of the most iconic lines. I mean, there's nothing in the
It's
Five
in a Meg
Heartbeats
the
that can fuck with
Stallion
that.
song. I mean, let's come
there's
on
not
here.
a lot of lines that can fuck with that. So that's not even no. I mean, you tried, but I mean, this is probably the best scene in the movie, and a great movie, an amazing movie, that actually. So
it's not a fucking movie. It's not a. It's a 4-hour two-part miniseries.
Okay, a miniseries. Okay, but
it was a movie first.
Stop hating because y'all can't sell y'all scenes better, man.
All right, let's bring it down.
It is a miniseries. The Five Heartbeats has an hour and a half of shit. This miniseries has 4 plus.
Shit is the correct word.
It's not actually. It's not.
Shit is the correct word.
It's 3 hours versus 2. It's 3 hours versus 2 hours and 20 minutes. So Jazz, since John has stepped into the room,
we see
he moving like Eddie Kane.
Listen,
do you want him? He's gonna just go
against
Sharnett.
Yeah, he's gonna go against Sharnett. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jump back into roll with you, Chris. As a judge, John.
But let me say, whatever it is, movie, miniseries, like that's one of the best lines ever. And especially the Five Heartbeats can't fuck with it. But
hey, look at Sean's face. Look at Sean's face. It's
wait,
like,
hold on, bro. Wait a minute.
Wait. See, Chris, I was trying to bring it down, everybody. Bring it down.
My bad.
Jazz is yours.
No bad. You said the right thing. You were speaking nothing but facts.
All right, y'all. So,
hey, Chris, my office hours are from 9 to 5. Remember that.
My office are from 9 to 5.
We already established that, and that lost. Look.
No.
All right,
y'all.
We're gonna kick
bring
it back.
in, everybody.
We're gonna kick it back to Jazz, so Jazz can get it going.
Please, John, welcome. We are on round 2.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna give you shit later.
Please forgive me, y'all. I have 5 kids at home, so I'm sorry.
Or you and Jason out here.
We not mad at you.
Whoa! Don't throw me in. Don't put me in there with y'all. We ain't talking about me.
Y'all niggas can't pull out the driveway, can it?
Oh my lord!
Pulling out is childish.
But
it's not.
Raw is low.
But being late to the podcast even more childish, unprofessional.
Yeah, man. All right, so we are on round 2. Luckily, John, you are here, so we are doing top best 3 quotes. Since you were late, I'm gonna let Sharnett go first.
Go ahead,
Sharnett.
Best quotes? Oh, this is easy.
Yeah,
and I get 3 of them, right?
Yes, best top 3.
So the first quote I'm gonna do is when they go and they're about to do their first performance at Motown. And they standing outside, they waiting to get called in. And old girl says, okay, well, who are you? And they call themselves the Elgins. And sis says, Elgins, like the watch. That throws me every time because she was tickled. Like, y'all sound trash. Y'all need to get it together. Like, that's like coming out here calling yourselves the Michael Kors. Come on now. Or the, what's another watch? I don't know. Either way, the point of the Rolexes is terrible. It's super trash. So her tickledness tickled me. The next one I'm going to go with is Mama Rose when she says, Melvin, come out from behind that tree and zip up your jacket. Now, this one is important because she uses this one twice. The first one is when Otis comes and he's trying to get Melvin, which becomes his Otis number 2, as my esteemed colleague said, and that's his wingman. But that's when he asked for Blue to be in the group. But then the second one kind of takes a turn because that's when things have happened in life, and Blue is now riddled with arthritis, and he's in the wheelchair. So it just is like a full circle moment with regards to that quote. And then, of course, the most iconic, which has been mentioned before, but it can never go out of style. It's, like I said in a Megan Thee Stallion song, is, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. No one is coming to see Otis. And David Ruffin makes it very clear that without him, they ain't nothing but some fake-ass temps looking for David Ruffin. So those are my 3 quotes.
Watched them.
I got a question real quick. Did the Mama House have a ramp?
Listen, I said, how'd he get him up there? Did he lift him up? Because there was no ramp. It was a bunch of steps.
Stairs and some more stairs. Like
it was a bunch of steps. It won't no ramp.
I just wanted to ask.
But I digress.
The movie was full of lies.
The movie was full of real life because it was based on real life, unlike the Five Heartbeats.
Was it though? Because like your man said though, Otis is the only person that was there to say what happened.
Well, I mean, people could have sued him. People could have sued him and said this was a lie, defamation, and all the things.
They tried. I will say that in real
one
life,
person, one did for sure.
One did for sure. Tried. The family of David Ruffin tried, and it was another character they tried.
Interesting.
John.
All right, y'all. All right, since we don't heard them 3 iconic lines, the only one that you really have basis on is "Ain't Nobody Coming to See You, Otis." Okay, the reason why you got that line is because of the actor that played that. But if it wasn't for him playing in the 5 Heartbeats and being known for that, he would never ever would have been playing David Ruffin.
What are you drinking?
Oh no, I ain't drinking.
That's why you was late, because you was drinking. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Let me go ahead and get to the 5 Heartbeats. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with one. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. Okay, that one line, that one quote right there. Okay, had people, your mama, your grandmama, your great grandmama standing up and Jesus, I'm telling you, that boy Eddie Kane Jr. had y'all going. Okay, the reason why y'all got here is because your mama and your grandmama was stroking to the 5 Heartbeat songs. I don't care what nobody say. 2.
Ain't nobody stroking to the 5 Heartbeats. They put the whole movie on.
Dog, hey, listen. We got Netflix and chill. The old folks got videotapes and chill. Okay,
right. Listen, they put the whole VHS in so they could get to that part.
Okay, so that is one iconic line. All right, another one is "Nights like this, I wish that raindrops will what fall." Okay, come on, bro. Come on.
We doing lyrics or movies? No.
Okay, like that's an iconic line, especially when the boy Eddie Kane Jr. was on them drugs. That's 2. Come on now, bro. When you say those lines, folks already know what you're talking about. Period. In the last iconic line, I said it before. This boy here hair was slicked back, looking like money, looking like a waffle color Negro. My boy Big Red said my office hours are from 9 to 5. Okay? When somebody say that and you talk back to them, you finna get your behind with. You know what's coming. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing else. That's it. Like, that's all I gotta say. 3 iconic lines from that movie right there. You can say it on the radio, say it to your friend, say it to your neighbor, say it to your grandmama and your mom. Once you say those lines, people know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I'd like to rebuttal because I'm not sure everyone would know, because I have never heard those regurgitated in any other space besides us referencing the movie. So if you ain't seen the movie, you don't know those lines. But like I mentioned earlier, "Anybody Coming to See You, Otis," that's been used on more than one occasion, and in a song that went number 5 on the Billboard. So that's all I'm gonna say as my rebuttal. That's all I'm gonna say.
But the fact remains, if Leon would have never played JT, he would have never.
If it was a fifth, brother. If it was a fifth.
David Ruffin.
Okay, but if he didn't get the role, that person still existed. David Ruffin is still a person that someone would have played.
Yeah, but remember,
and said those same lines.
No, that line was never in the script. Ain't Nobody Coming to See You, Otis was never in the script. So let's talk about it.
Come on, somebody.
And Otis let it happen because he knew he said it to him.
He said, "In real life, there's no you without me." And we know that. So you might be paraphrasing, but the real life is,
look it up.
David Ruffin was the leader.
I'm just saying, I thought we said movie lines and not movie lyrics, song lyrics.
All right.
Your greatest
still in the movie. It's still in the movie.
Yeah,
a quote is a quote. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be. A quote is a quote.
A quote is a quote.
Jazz,
I'm watching the movie. I'm watching the movie. Blue just came behind my Jeep
first.
Okay, all right, Jazz, what you guys?
I got the movie on.
All right.
I got the movie on in the background. That nigga just came behind the Jeep. He finna die with the ribs in his lap.
All right, Chris.
What's up?
Who you got?
I mean, listen, They're Not Coming to See You, Otis is probably the best line, but John makes a better argument. I think from the three quotables, like those are each like solid. Like outside of just they're not coming to see you, Otis. The other two, not quite as strong. John makes a good argument. He makes a good argument. I'm gonna give him the point. Respectfully.
Okay. And ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. I gotta give that a point because I mean, like the roomie said, people use that in a variety of contexts.
That's only the one. That's only 1 out of 3, though.
This is true.
But which one is more widely used? Have you heard my office hours are 9 to 5?
Wait.
I'm sorry. It's you talking.
Wait.
You talking, not me.
This is my vote. Y'all chill.
My bad.
But so
I was talking to back on y'all shameful.
All right. So we split. Now, normally when we have a situation where it's split, we're going to give it to the viewers, which means you won't find out till this episode drops. So yes, that's how we're gonna go.
I mean,
it's cool.
That'd be good.
That's what's gonna be.
This folk,
I'm cool with that.
Viewers, just remember when you go to your supervisor, corporate, what they tell you, they office hours up from 9 to 5.
People work in warehouses, brother. They working 12
hours.
hours.
I would say mine is 8 to 5. I don't know how 9 to 5. You ain't getting no lunch. If you working 9 to 5, what's your lunch?
Yeah, I wish I could skip lunch.
Now we are in our round 3. This round is pretty much both questions. They're all questions, and everybody was sent a set of questions when they were sent which category you gonna be in. So we are going back to Jason and DeAndre. Your question was, Jason, what was your question?
You
said you
pick the singer. Pick with the singer that you want to lead your group.
And it was 2 options.
Oh well, you did. You gave options.
Why are you cutting the damn question short?
Because I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with that part of it. I told you that when we did it. But the question was, who would you pick to be your lead singer and why? Eddie of the 5 Heartbeats or David Ruffin for the Temptations?
Who went first last time?
It's DeAndre go.
Jason did.
DeAndre go.
Yeah.
DeAndre, who you got?
Got Eddie. Of course I got Eddie. For a myriad of reasons. One, Eddie is not above the group. He never said he was above the group until he until Red got into his prime, until Red got to his head. David already came up. As soon as he dropped the number 1 hit, it got to that barbecue. Fuck all y'all. This is mine. that was David mindset. All right. Eddie made sure. First of all, Eddie made sure he got to the shows. This man in the beginning of the show ran from a card game, got bucked at, didn't get hit, slid into the fucking show, and had a perfect fucking show. All right, he didn't miss a show. I saw the one when he had beef with his manager and Flash. All right,
there's a lot of butts in there.
There's a lot of butts in here. All right. I'm going Eddie because Eddie was a lot more loyal than David.
Okay, Jason, who you got?
Come on, Jason.
Of course, I'm coming with David Ruffin. What is we even saying? David Ruffin, he wasn't warmed up. He wasn't. You didn't see. He was just hopping around, having a good time. His big brother was on stage, and the brother like, nah, fuck that. David, you come up to the stage, and David commanded New Year's that year on that stage. He got the entire place rocking. He rocked it so hard, they had to make him a temptation at that point. David came in. He got Smokey wrote him a song. He was like, nah, this was for David here. So you go ahead and scoop. We're gonna let David sit here. We got my girl. As my guy said, we are now on TV, sir. We are now global. We crossing over. David. Then, like I said, we got when David leaves the group, David was so good and so problematic. These niggas was really fighting each other to debate if they gonna keep this nigga in the group because he was so good. I mean, Eddie, they let Eddie fall by the wayside. They really was debating on what they was gonna do. when it came to David Ruffin. They had to make a group vote to kick this man out the group, but he still forced himself back into the group on stage. The brother is this brother was snorting coke and having binges with women, orgies, and still hit the stage clean as a whistle. Never missed a step, never missed a beat. And he was and you know what? He didn't even practice with this new group of 5. And he stood in the center and let this star spin around him. Just let you know who's the man, who's the star of this group. David Ruffin. And these are the Temptations.
Okay, so this how you know that David Ruffin wasn't shit because it wasn't loyal as fuck. From that one quote, I'm David Ruffin. These are the fucking Temptations. I'm me. Fuck them. Also, that everybody keep going back to for David Ruffin, going back to the New Year's, and he said he commanded the thing. I'm going to keep going back to the first fucking slide in. He slid in and commanded the whole fucking song. So that's another thing too. Number 3, he's now you just telling me that your man that you put on that you want as your leader. Mm-hmm. He took one person on your squad, made another Temptations. Man, they made a whole other fucking group.
They kicked him out.
Broke up the band.
He made a whole other fucking group.
He broke up the band.
Whole group. It broke up the whole fucking band. You said the man that you to trust this motherfucker?
He didn't break up the band. He just took what Otis kicked out.
Also,
he just took what Otis kicked out. He took the trash and made it better.
When with the 10 of them, it wasn't nobody else's. Nobody wanted that. The management wanted that. Management wanted the 10 of them. That whole big thing. They didn't want him back. They had a whole fucking thing that said, "We want nobody have him back."
You see, they can't get paid without him.
Fucked up.
Now let me get my retort. Now let me get my retort. The Temptations had 3 different lead singers in that group, and David still commanded amongst all the 3 that they had. And then even when they got Dennis, who was mad about the 3rd of September, David was still that nigga that shook the goddamn stadium when he came in there. David just had it, and sometimes, you know what, I get it. You can't be above the group, but there's always going to be a Michael Jackson, and David Ruffin was that for the Temptations before Michael Jackson was that for his. Was that X Factors? They got it. It's an X Factor, and it's a show bringer, and he was that.
Thank you, Jason.
But he's a show bringer. He was not a group player.
I don't like DeAndre. Only argument was about David Ruffin.
But now it's time for us to vote. Chris, who gave the best answer to you?
All right, so Jason, you make a great case for why David is more talented, but as far as David was unreliable. He was problematic. He was unreliable. So, like, you can't have a group with a nigga you can't count on. So, I got to go with DeAndre. Like, and David Ruffin's that nigga as an artist. Like, he's talented. But, yeah, I got to go with DeAndre. You just can't trust David. He's talented, but he might not be worth the hassle.
The fuck are you talking about? That man was
there. He was there for the reunion. Eddie was out there singing in the rain as a crackhead.
That was the answer.
He was great.
Hold on.
The nigga, he was sliding because he was running from his debts.
All right, now.
That ain't reliable.
5 heartbeats.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Or no, y'all the Temptation sides. Y'all need to get it together.
Wait.
We're passionate.
Temptation forever.
I know. Y'all passionate. Bring it down.
Temptations ain't get a hit till Smokey Robinson wrote the song.
You hear me?
No, he actually wrote a hit.
See what you did. I had them chill. See?
Jazz.
For the 5 hearts.
It's back to you, Jazz.
To be clear, how many number ones on the Billboard does... Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. He started it.
Listen,
he started it.
I'm bringing y'all together. And let me vote. All right, so Chris, you pretty much voted for DeAndre's.
I did.
I'm going to also agree with DeAndre on that because when I was looking at that question, I had the same answer. So I was just like, yeah. But
folks don't win.
I mean, that was So
what? Based on what?
Jason. Next pair.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's not.
That's cool, man. I don't beat them. I don't beat them 3 times. I can make another one. Go.
I'm just look.
Hey, I'm calling bullshit too.
Next subject. Next
The
subject.
next one. We got Sean and
I'm with you. Let's go.
Belafonte.
I beat him already. I done beat him
All
twice.
right.
I can beat him again.
I'm
Sean.
calling bullshit too for the record.
Sean,
Go ahead.
y'all question is which 5 actors would you put in this role today for these movies? Which 5 black actors?
Ooh.
Is that a debate or that's just a question?
No, it's whoever
It's a
gives the
question.
best 5. That like
okay.
we're in a question stage.
I'm
Oh,
prepared
Jason.
for that one. Shit.
And you
Hey,
see
that-
why I made the template.
Uh,
Jason, you are fired.
okay.
Do you want Belafonte to answer, or
Shit.
do you do a quick search? He
That's
can go ahead
fine.
and
let him go.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm prepared for that one.
because I'm not a David Ruffin ass nigga. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for the team. So here's what we're gonna do. So for Duck, I got Lakeith Stanfield. Right? He's got the likable look. He's got the, you know what I'm saying, like real, like you feel like he's an artsy type of guy, right? I got that. He's giving me the ATL energy that he had on there. So I'm going Lakeith Stanfield as Duck. All right. Now, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to sully the memory, the effort, the work that was put into Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane could be 75 years old. Eddie Kane gonna be Eddie Kane. I'm not changing Eddie Kane for nothing. I don't care if he look like I don't care if he on his deathbed. He could wear 85 pounds of wet. Can't nobody be Eddie Kane. You know what I'm saying? You can't be me because you ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going. We sticking with Eddie Kane as Eddie Kane. All right. Now, next we're gonna go with Dresser, right? So now Dresser was a little tricky because the naturally I want to go with a light skinned brother, right? But I'm gonna be honest with you, light skinned brothers ain't really winning right now. So I decided I decided Fresh Prince could make Jeffrey whoever they wanted to make Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying? I could make Dresser whoever I want to make Jeffrey. So, you know what I'm saying? Being that I was a big fan of the movie, being that I was a big New Edition fan and being a fan of the movie as well, I decided that I wanted to go with Luke, what's my boy? Luke James. Luke James is the one who played, what's my boy name? Johnny Gill. Luke James played Johnny Gill. Luke James played Johnny Gill. So we're going to go ahead and go Luke James as Johnny Gill. All right. Now, Quabo was a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? Quabo was a little iffy because it was like you got to find somebody who's a little square, but not so square, but kind of square. And I had to go back, right? I had to reach a little bit further back. I decided because I wanted somebody who was artistically inclined, somebody who could sing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I felt like could actually sing the songs that I needed him to sing. And all I heard was, I just can't wait to be king. You know what I'm saying? It was something in my spirit that just took me to Lion King. You know what I'm saying? And when I went to Lion King, I went Jason Weaver. You know what I'm saying? I went Jason Weaver because I saw him at ATL, so I could see him with the goals. And I could see him being both good and bad. I could see him coming up to the man and say, "Hey, listen, I know all the parts." You know what I'm saying? I could see that. You know what I'm saying? And then I could also see him leading the choir at the end of the night, saying, "Hey, listen." At the end of the day, introducing Eddie Kane and telling you that he done brought Eddie Kane back. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, those are my 5. Those are my top 5. The one thing I'm not changing is Eddie Kane Jr. I feel like it's blasphemous to try to put anybody in that position other than Eddie Kane. So as long as he's alive, he will be Eddie Kane to the day. I don't even know his real name, but he's Eddie Kane for me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Can y'all have a smiley disco? I'm looking for one name. I don't know these folks' names. Give me a second.
Go ahead, bro.
Was they in a
movie?
help you out.
I'm getting it now. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
There you go.
That was good. Eddie Kane.
Eddie Kane, I want to say something, but I ain't gonna say it right now.
If you gonna get everybody riled up, I mean, shit. Actually, since we waiting,
go ahead.
We got time.
No.
We got time.
Towards what is his name? The one that just went
Belafonte.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
What?
Luke James as Dresser? Nah.
Bro, who you got as Dresser?
I would, yeah.
Bro,
I agree.
honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like,
you should have went with the same dude. What's the dude's name?
Honestly, you can go with Damson Idris. You could have went Michael B. Jordan. you could have went
Nah, Michael B didn't fit. It didn't fit dresser for me.
I would've
Michael B
dresser.
didn't fit dresser.
Like vocally.
No.
Yeah. Remember, dress is a bass.
You fucking
Yeah,
up.
Drace is the base.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking up. I probably would have put Luke in a singing role, not a
like-
dancer
I
role.
agree
I would
with
have
that
probably.
for sure.
I would
If
have probably put
anything-
the
If
Keith.
anything, I know it's gonna
He could
sound
have been
crazy.
Eddie
I
Kane
would have made.
for real.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
listen. I know we on the opposite teams, but I gotta agree. I'll be
I
honest
know,
with
but
you.
I feel you. I understand what you're
Luke
saying.
James, that boy
Yeah.
acting skills and vocal, man, that boy so
Yeah.
underrated. It's ridiculous.
Who is
Oh
your
my
choir?
God.
He's underrated for a reason.
Who is your choir boy again?
I got Jason Weaver's choir boy.
Jason Weaver
Okay,
from
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one right there though.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
clutch.
yeah.
That was clutch.
Yeah.
That was Steph
Yeah.
Curry with the 3 at the end of the game.
But if you would have said Luke James is Eddie Kane Jr., oh my God, argument
No,
done,
he
bro.
can't be
We
Eddie
already
Kane.
won.
He
What?
can't be Eddie Kane. Luke James can't be Eddie Kane. Cut it out.
He
Bro,
can.
have
He
you watched
can.
this man?
They're the
Have you
same
ever watched this man acting
complexion. They
skills?
got singing ability. Well,
is
Have you ever
He-
watched this man acting skills?
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool,
could've been a
but what
crackhead.
happened? But here's what happens: if you put Luke James on a picture, not too many people are going to remember Luke James' name.
Who is your
Trying to say
JT?
the move. I feel him.
Oh, my bad. You know, I think I might have missed JT. Hold on now. I had it written down. I had Woody as JT.
Woody.
Oh, from
With
the New
Harris?
Edition movie.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
Woody McClain. Woody McClain.
Oh.
Yeah, I had Woody.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. If you just would have just used the whole cast for the new edition
Yeah,
movie, I wouldn't
I
even been
was
mad.
this
I wouldn't even been mad. I'm like, yo,
It's
I was
sounding
this
like
close.
it. It
Look,
sounded like it. Because I was
look,
thinking
no.
the light skinned dude from
You
New
coulda
Edition
made-
for
I thought
Dresser
about
because
it.
he
Yeah,
was
I
the
thought about
dancing
it.
one.
I thought about
Yeah,
it. I
it's
thought
He was
about
the
it.
dancing one.
same.
I
Same.
saw the
I
whole
didn't even go.
But
Keith
here's what I
Powers
would
could have
say.
played Dresser.
I
Luke
would've
James
went
could have
Kofi.
played Eddie K. Jr. What's the one that played rap? S-Van could have played Choir Boy. Bro, like you could have used that whole cast.
I
But that would
agree.
have been
agree.
tragic
I
and
agree.
cheating.
But
But
All
Right,
right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah, I
all
don't
right.
do that.
Team,
Listen, but just for the record,
we-
just
now,
for the
James,
record, just for the record, I want to say one thing.
I'm ready.
For Doug's brother, I almost went Kofi. What's my boy from Queen Sugar? I can't remember his name, but I almost went Kofi.
oh, that's your boy.
He had,
Kofi
he had that.
Sarobi.
Yeah, he
That's
had
your
that
boy.
charisma. He could fit. Yeah.
all right. Now it's Sean's turn.
All right, Sean.
All right, guys. Let's go. And put it
Sean,
together.
why you look so serious, brother? Can you
This
smile
is
out?
a bait.
He
I come to
focused.
win, brother. I come to
He's
win.
focused.
I come to win, man. That's our problem.
We are winning
What Michael
team.
Jordan say? Michael Jordan say, if you're not gonna play like that, then don't play.
He's taking this personally.
That's my teammate. Look.
All right, so you know what I'm saying. For obvious reasons, I had to go with Algie Smith for Eddie, a smooth, light singing fella. You know what I'm saying? He got good on his feet. He good to go. You know what I'm saying?
High
So
pitch.
that's easy. Exactly, high pitch. And then Otis didn't really do shit, so I got a real actor for that. And I got Aldous Hodges because he got a very stern voice. And he gonna let them know, hey, 50 Cent fine, y'all late. So I had to get somebody real serious for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For Al, because he was the original Temptation. He was original. I got Shameik Moore for that because he played a good drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But for real though.
But you know what I'm saying? So then for Paul, man, it was a hard find on the quick. So I ain't finna sit here and lie. I went with Elijah Kelly because that nigga was also a dancing and singing fool too. Then for my boy Blue, you know what I'm saying? I want to go old school. I try to keep it new with new people, so I'm gonna go with Luke James because he can act and he can sing. So and he can do all the ranges with his voices. So he can take care of that. And then for the problematic but so charismatic, that dog, the guy that really got them put on TV. For the David Ruffin, you had to get somebody special. You had to get somebody animated for it, right? And number one guy, he played my spirit animal, Bobby Brown, brother. I'm going with bro Woody.
Like that.
Woody's the best. The best will be the best David Ruffin for today.
I like that. He killed Bobby.
Okay.
And we already seen him do coke, so we know he can do. We know he can do, baby.
You wrong for that one, bro.
He did coke and whip porn. That's on the fly. That's what you do with 15 minutes, Jazz.
wait, hold on. Don't go for the woman.
Shawnette.
I know. I
Don't you do
know.
that? No.
Okay, never mind. I gotta stick with
This
the
this
T.
this
You're
this no,
right.
this is work
That's what you
husband.
do with
This is work
15.
husband or work wife. She's a professional. She will not allow our work relationship get in the way of that.
All right.
That's a solid lineup right there. Come on, Sean.
That's a movie.
All right. All
You
right.
don't
That's a
believe that.
movie. That's
All
a
right.
movie.
Chris,
What's up?
who you got? Who had the best lineup to you? Ignore everybody else because they're gonna react. And we could do about that.
All right, so Belafonte, I liked Jason Weaver. That was smooth. If you would have given me someone for Eddie King, he like 60. He can't. He too old, man. If you would have given me somebody,
He's Eddie Kane.
It's a remake. You got to give me somebody new. Sean, I do like y'all. I guess y'all did double dip, but I do think that Bobby could. Woody McClain, since he played Bobby, I did like him as Bobby. He was a wild boy, and David Ruffin was, and yeah, that's what did it. If you were gonna, I think you hit the nail on that one. So that's what did it for me. So I gotta go with Sean Belafonte. All you had to do is give me somebody for Eddie King. He can't be the same. He old, man. I was with you. I was walking with you, but I gotta go with Sean, man.
Yeah, I think Lakeith would have been either problem child on either movie. I think because Lakeith, as far as range and actors, as far as what we have today, I think he would have.
To be real, I'm very surprised you didn't say Donald Glover.
I thought you was going, yeah. I thought someone was gonna mention.
I thought he was gonna mention Donald Glover.
Yeah, I thought one of y'all was gonna mention.
I saw Algie and I was gonna put Donald Glover, but he's so dynamic. I feel like Eddie was gonna be too small a role for him. So I kind of
I can definitely see that.
Didn't want to go with him.
But for me, Belafonte, I'm not gonna lie, I liked your list. So I'm gonna go with you. So
he was missing one of his people.
No, we got him.
You the judge. He didn't even have anybody for Eddie King. What you talking about?
Woody.
No, he had somebody for Eddie King, but then he said somebody for GET too. So
I thought we were doing current actors. I didn't know we can pull.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
The question
I didn't know we could pull anybody from history.
No,
it was that case. It'd be different
from history.
Who did he put as Eddie King? Because the podcast
the nigga from Smart Guy.
Eddie King as himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Eddie King. He put Jason Weaver from
Can I say something real quick?
No, he had Jason Weaver as
he had Jason Weaver as Quiet Boy.
Yeah, but he had Eddie King as himself.
Yeah, go ahead, Belafonte.
Can I say something real quick? The question was, which 5 actors would you cast if this movie was made today?
Yeah.
You gonna have his 60-year-old self doing Eddie King?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. All right, y'all. He said that when he gave his answer. He explained that. So that was his pick.
And that's what you roll with.
That's what you roll with.
That's the question. It ain't about what he said. It's about you. Look,
no, I'm saying that's what he said. So I already knew what Eddie was in there.
There was a better lineup. What you telling me? That's a better lineup than what I gave you.
So you mean so y'all asking the judges why we anyway?
What he gave me.
I'm questioning because I took your shot. She never said that 15-minute joke.
He used the same New Edition cast that I used earlier.
No, I didn't. I only used one person, Luke James.
He used one person.
Luke James.
All right. But anyway.
You miscasted Luke James, by the way.
Yes.
So we got another split. We'll leave it to the viewers.
It's cool, man.
And we are going to our last pair in round 3. Charnette versus John. Since Charnette went first last time, John, you get to go. The question is, you're starting a group. Who are you choosing between Church Boy or Eddie Kendricks, and why?
Oh, yeah. Y'all had to do that.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey, brother, DeAndre, it ain't your go.
Out the Quiet Boy or Eddie Kendricks as the lead singer? Or am I building around them?
You're building around them. So it's not them as the lead singer.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I got to go with Quiet Boy. I'm going with Quiet Boy. The reason being is because the vocal range that Quiet Boy has, my boy can give you R&B, but he can also give you some gospel. hands down. Like he can get like honestly, like he has range that Eddie don't really have. And I'm just being honest with you. Like to be honest with you, like we hear Eddie Shine in Was It Just My Imagination? Okay, what other lead songs did he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, any hits from the Temptations? Do you really hear Eddie on them? I don't think so. But Quiet Boy, oh my God. That boy there, I'm talking about in the beginning of the Five Heartbeats, when Duck say, go to church, go to church. And then my boy said, I got nothing but, you feel me? Like he went high, okay? I'm sorry. Quiet Boy, I will build a group around Quiet Boy hands down.
Okay. Sharnette, who you building your group around?
It's not even a question. I'm building my group around Eddie Hendrix. And to answer John's question, since he was a little bit uninformed, uninformed, is that Eddie Kendricks sang lead on 4 of their 14 top 1 hits. The Way You Do the Things You Do, I'll Be in Trouble, The Girl's All Right With Me. There's quite a few songs that he sang lead on. So, yeah, and his range unmatched. So you talking about range? The man goes high. He got a little bit low in there. He got a little bit low, like he had passed 14. But everything before that is 14 and younger. So the man hitting all the high notes. On top of the fact that the man is confident. You never had to bring him out of the curtain and tell him to come back out because that man was standing 10 toes down for every single performance. They didn't have to ask him to come out from behind because he was scared to get hit by a tomato. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself.
But Eddie wasn't loyal to the group though.
He was loyal. He was loyal. He was loyal until they weren't loyal to his best friend. His best friend was Paul. He named one of his kids after Paul, and they kicked Paul to the curb when Paul was dealing with his alcohol. He was trying to get Paul to stay, and then he got, mind twisted with David because David kept saying they're gonna get you out next, but you better quit before they get you out.
He's easily influenced.
No, that means
he's easily influenced.
He was with him until they kicked out Paul, and then he won't with him. If your best friend get kicked out the group, you gonna stay in the group or you gonna leave. If your best friend
is my best friend paying my bills?
If your best friend, then that ain't your best friend. If it's your best friend, and your best friend get kicked out of the group, you stand with the group.
There is no man. Otis said it best. There is not one man bigger than the group.
See, that's why you were Otis. That's why you were Otis. You the villain.
If it wasn't for Otis, there would not be no Temptations.
If we sitting here on this podcast and y'all kick
John,
Jazz out
I made that point earlier, John.
Y'all kick Jazz out right now. I'm out.
You're right. No, y'all absolutely right. It would not be a Temptation
because
David and Jimmy already had a deal.
The pot is not bigger than his friendship with Jasmine. Just like the Temptations weren't bigger than his friendship with Paul.
David came to them begging. They ain't go to David.
You talking about David? I'm talking about Paul and Eddie. We talking about Paul.
That's all I'm saying. There wasn't no Temptation without Otis.
You call Eddie.
Oh, all right.
But I'm good.
He sung at House Cigarettes. And he sung at House Cigarettes, nigga.
All right. Chris.
Add the cigarette. You smoke cigarettes like a motherfucker, man. Come on, bro. Add that.
That's how he lost that lung.
Lord. I'm gonna go with Shawnette. I think she came with the facts, and that Eddie was technically a lead singer for a while. I looked it up from 1960 to 1971. So he definitely had some experience, and he was on their hits. 414. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio for hits. So Shawnette she gave a pretty compelling argument. So I'm gonna go with her.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Lawyer. I'm gonna also go with Shawnette because that was a very
sweet
good argument.
Baby.
Because when she was just like when Church Boy got on the
2-0.
It's 2-1. You lost.
That was some bullshit.
Jason, can I finish giving my reason as to why I picked Shawnette?
Fuck your reasonings, man.
We're up 8-5.
This is my co-host.
Right,
but yes,
we up 8-5.
So
it's cool, man. We up like 6-2 in a way.
But y'all, that ends this panel. Oh my God. Whew.
You up 6-2.
Hey, listen, I know what Kanye felt like when Beyonce should have won that best album.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
This ain't it. This wasn't it.
He didn't defend it.
Oh boy, I'm so mad I missed the first round.
Because
Oh,
the only one that I will give y'all that I thought that y'all made a valid argument about is the villain, which y'all won.
No, we won the villain.
Oh, we won the villain?
All right.
Yeah, that might have beat me.
Good job, teammate.
Wait. All right, everybody.
What?
He didn't beat me.
So
good job, teammate.
Oh.
But Red was a good villain.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Red is a
saying.
great
But everything
That
else,
boy
y'all
was
lost.
scandalous.
I'm
gonna wrap it up.
My boy
wait,
pulled
okay.
the David.
Okay.
My boy pulled the David.
John. Hey, we about to
My boy
wrap
pulled
up.
the David.
Hold
My
on,
boy
Jay,
killed the
Jay.
husband, still trying to smash
Hey,
the wife.
let them finish the show. We can talk shit after the fact, man. Let them finish the
Yes.
show.
Right.
The oldest was the villain.
We won though. The Temptations won.
No, trying to help us close it, but then they still comment. Jason,
I'm sorry,
what you
go
got?
I got it, man. Well, this was the Temptations versus the Five Heartbeats panel. The panel. That's the word I was looking for. I appreciate everyone for coming out and doing this with us.
Shots.
Hopefully we can get together again, whether it's individually, hopefully another panel if you guys down for that again. This was definitely dope. I guess I'm going to start with John since you came in a little bit late. So you can introduce yourself, but also introduce whatever you got going on so the people can know where to find you, what you got going on, and what's happening. So John, this your time, brother.
So what y'all can find me at is J Movie Mania on all platforms. As Jason and Jazz know, listen, I am the movie plug for anybody out there that's trying to watch movies before they come out. Join our Facebook DM group. They already know what I'm saying? Like, I am Mr. Free 99. Okay, anything free, I find it. Okay.
I like free 99.
What else can I say? What else can I say? Y'all look out for me. I'm getting into acting, so I got some stuff that I've been working on. Soon on Afro TV Network, I will be on there pretty soon. So if y'all got that channel, look out for your boy. Dang, what else can I say? God is good, man. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Hey,
Amen.
Well, we appreciate you, John, for coming on, man. Like I said, I enjoy your content, everything you be going on, very high energy. But another brother that's also very high energy, also Mr. David Ruffin himself. Sean, you let the people know where to find you and what you got going on, brother.
Man, on the Twitter, man, find me, with his Sunset 901, because I always got include the Memphis in me everywhere I go. King Sean 901 on IG, LLBR podcast on all platforms. Subscribe to LLBR TV on YouTube because this content can be funny. I'm talking about a lot of real shit, but it's gonna be funny. Cause why not? And by the way, Oldest is the worst villain.
Belafonte, my brother. Appreciate you for coming. I'm gonna let you go ahead and let the people know where to find you. Again on the end. So it's up to you.
All right on. Listen, first of all, Sean was calling bullshit, but I fuck with you, Sean. You funny as fuck. I am 1/3 of the Jaw Jacking crew. I'm 1/3 of the fellas. If y'all want to find me, I'm on jawjackenshow.com. I'm also a part of a group called the Network is Network. It's TNN.global. You can go ahead and find us on that. And I always like to close out by giving the fellas they affirmations. Gentlemen, I need y'all to understand that we need to stop being out here asking for permission. Men do what they want. Boys do what they can. Stop asking for permission what you want to do and do what the fuck it is you want to do. Go ahead.
Look at Sean. We coming to you. We coming to you. Just
keep that patriarchy alive, brother. I like that. I like him. Keep that patriarchy alive.
All right, my brother Chris. I'm gonna let you up next. You can go ahead and let the people know where to find you, what you got going on, and all that good stuff, my brother.
What's up, y'all? So y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris LaFleur. I also write at Crazy Scary Cool, and I dabble in a YouTube channel talking about sports and horror movies at Crazy Scary Cool. Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate you for coming.
Appreciate you for judging Vegeta.
Bro, he called you Vegeta and you
that's wild, bro.
Time.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. That was crazy, yo. Jason didn't
All
let
I'm
me
gonna say is I appreciate you,
anybody.
Chris. I have never been on that bandwagon, and I thank you for voting for us on multiple occasions. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm mad at Jazz for colluding.
What? I'm gonna wait.
Hold on, wait. All right.
You need to investigate.
Rumi, aka Charnette, my teammate. I'm gonna pass it to you, young lady. You can go ahead and let us know what you got going on.
That's my teammate. Look.
That's what I'm saying. It's my team,
Shouts
man.
out
That's my
to the
quarterback.
Temptations team because even outside of the listener votes, we won. So shouts out to us. It's all right, Belafonte. I'd also like to address your comment because I don't know if you're single, but I'm gonna go with you are because I don't know about this permission. Anybody asking permission? 'Cause everybody grown, right? But having communication that's open with your significant other, guys, that's a great thing. That's not something to shy away from. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry.
It makes
Consent
your
is
life
sexy.
Oh,
better.
wait, hold on, wait, hold
Consent
on,
is
time out,
okay. Consent is okay. That's not what I was saying.
I thought he was just talking about like go and get it, like as far as
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
entrepreneurship,
about.
all that type of
It's-
stuff. I
it's-
don't think
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking
'Cause
about.
I didn't know.
Charnette
Oh,
said
okay.
no.
Because he said, I
hold
didn't
up,
know.
player.
Y'all see this?
Nah, right.
I didn't know. Because he
I
said,
know,
just
but
do what you want to
no.
do. That's what he
Baby,
said, sir.
baby girl, I was on here with Memphis niggas, so I thought they would get the Project Pat quote.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Men
Okay.
do what
So
they want,
it went
boys do
over
what
my
they
head.
can. Yeah.
I'm not from
That's all
Memphis.
it was.
Thank you for cluing me in. I was like, what now?
Yeah,
Because
nah,
all I
nah.
know
No,
is
stand tall on that, brother. You ain't got to beg
no,
down.
me and my husband ain't out here just doing whatever the hell we want to do. Like it's a communication. So I'll dial that back in. Thanks for giving me the reference, Belafonte. But no, thanks for having me again. I always have such a good time on this show. And shouts out again to Shea by the Bay. If you're in the Tampa area, Tampa, Lutz, Spring Hill, all of the surrounding areas, and you need anything for your wedding, your birthday, your bar mitzvahs, whatever, we can come out. So follow us on Shave by the Bay on Instagram.
Got you, my brother, DeAndre.
Gotta include them.
It's your turn.
Chris, do you have any kids, man?
Do I have any kids?
Yeah.
Nah, I got nieces and nephews. I live through them.
I was going to say, I wouldn't know one of them named Trunks. Anyway, my name is DeAndre Robinson.
Y'all gonna have to get off of him.
Yeah,
Bro, hold on.
Yo, what you say though? Yo, I ain't hear you. Yo, what you say?
he a sniper. He a sniper. They shooting. They shooting.
My bad. That's my fault.
Yeah, Jason, that was you.
Hold on.
I open the floodgates, brother. I'm sorry.
That is Jason's fault right there.
Yo, but I ain't hear you though. What you say though?
I said I want to know where your kid's named Trunks.
You said Trunks.
If you had kids, was one of them named
missed it.
Trunks?
Just let it go. 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 Yeah, let it go.
So listen, my name is DeAndre Robinson. I'm the host of Nasty Bitch Podcast, the debate podcast we do from brackets and drafts. I just want to say that I won 2 of mine. Just saying. Just saying that I won 2 of mine. Okay. Jason 6 here, he won. All right. And a better matchup would have been Temptations versus Jackson 5.
That is not. Again, you keep putting against a real life. Okay, I'm sorry.
Just saying. But anyway, listen. I have fun. Thank you again. This was fucking fun as hell. And yeah, follow me on Masturbators, debaters _ mass on Twitter.
Did you want to drop an N-word real quick?
Nigga.
Andre? Thank you. Okay. It's an insider. We get it. Jazz. You want to say something to the people?
I want to say thank you to everybody that came, did all of this. I know I've been hitting y'all up consistently for the past month and a half about this. Thank you so much for coming on here. Thank you so much, Chris, for the last minute jumping on this episode. Definitely appreciate y'all. I've been nervous about this, and Sean too. That's my work husband, so he already know I appreciate him. Jason, get out of our business.
Say it out loud.
So what?
Say it out loud. Love out loud.
All right. Oh, Sean, no. Where's it at?
It's right here.
But yes. Oh, I think it's an iPhone Mac thing. But definitely appreciate y'all. This was fun, hilarious. Y'all wild as fuck. And the next one, Jason will be leading. Jazz. And that's all I got.
I held you down though. Did I not hold you down? Was I back seat? Was I back seat?
You was in the trunk.
I was in the trunk? That's crazy.
My nigga, you was kidnapped.
That's crazy. I think I held it down.
Man, she didn't even call you the shotgun in the trunk. She said you was a hostage.
Right.
But man, this is episode 91. Temptations.
Shouts out to that shit.
Right. Yeah. 91.
Oh, 91.
100. I see you.
Right.
We coming for it. We coming for it.
I got bottles ready, man.
Episode, like we said, episode 91, Temptations versus the 5 Heartbeats. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
Till the next time. Deuces.
Cheers.
Can I say
Chris
so?
was listening to all the arguments
I'm
and he was
recording.
making
Can I say so?
legitimate decisions.
Yeah,
What's up, John?
I'm just honest, bro.
Listen,
I just
Jazz-
Exactly.
100.
Jazz
Don't try to
and
attack that
Jason,
man.